You might disagree with me, but this is what peak survival looks like. Driving around with a bunny in my sidecar. Welcome back to Irvington. Welcome back to Extinction. It's been a couple days. Let me actually get the bunny out of there. How do I actually get him out of there? Release animal from sidecar. There we go. Alright, so it's been a couple days. In game, rather. Well, also IRL. And I've been busy around the base. I'll show you around in a second. First of all, let's bring the bunny back in here. Drop you here. We're up to 11 bunnies, but I want to say one must have been born. Everything else is from the traps. The forge is back. The forge is back, and there was a suggestion, you know, we don't need to build a house around it, but hey, just to avoid another incidents where two zombies smack it down, let's have a little protective wall. You know, it's just a little background wall. It does limit my vision out of the base, but that's fine-ish. In terms of skills, what have we done? Well, the carving thing, we're gonna look at that in a second. But that was technically mostly still in the last episode. We are at Mechanic 6. I'm currently in the process of reading the book to get the next couple levels up. There was something else. What else did we do? Fishing is at 4 now. Gotta read the next book, which we don't have. Foraging is at 4. I think we have the next book. And, well, trapping. We don't have that book for that either. Animal care is up to 2. Because, oh yeah, the next big thing here, as we come down here, the new generator is in. This one is standing there to be picked up for whenever we go back to Constown or wherever we want to grab a generator. Down here, we have our little sheep. And we have already a full bucket of milk and a half full bucket of milk. So we can a little bit more. So basically this one that in East Vision is like given a good amount of milk. That was 4 liters filling up our second bucket, and over here you might barely see it at the edge there. It's our first wonderful butter churn, so we can now go ahead. Turn all of that lovely milk into butter. Basically solving, well, not necessarily food problems, but any weight problems we might come across in the future. See if we can squeeze any more milk out of these guys, girls rather. So yeah, there was 8 liters that we got from a single day. I mean, that's far away from when you have like the Holstein cows with like we get over 40 liters on a single day. But that's also unnecessarily a lot. And here, 8 liters a day. If I can get one piece of butter each day, then we're golden. Butter in here, didn't I? so much rotten stuff in there. I need to fix that. I thought I had done some meal prep. Well, I guess we're gonna do that first. Now, before we do that, so we're gonna have a little bit of a base day here today, right? I want to do some mechanics. I want to do some about the blacksmithing. We might also, you know, at least do a little bit of zombie bashing because this needs testing. We have baseball bats. First of all, the self-crafted baseball bat here. Then, baseball bat with nails. Definitely, you can always see, and this is still in the orange-ish color on the damage. This is in the green. Now, from my experience in Build 41, baseball bat nails does more damage, but has less durability, so it's gonna be broken faster. On the other hand, since we have a decent amount of long blunt skill and maintenance skill, that lower durability should not be that big of a deal. And what's great about the baseball bat with nails is that it still has an encumbrance of 2, so it's easier on the endurance. Then we have the can reinforced bat, which is slightly lower than the one with nails, also a 2 encumbrance, so easy to swing. Slightly higher damage-wise here, 2.5 on the sheet metal reinforced bat. But now we're going on to 2.5 encumbrance here. So that is... I wished it was numbers and not just weirdly colored bars. I think that's slightly higher. I don't know. I think the nail bed is still higher. It's a different shade of greenish. And then finally, you know, that's the rake spike bat. And that damage is, you know, a really healthy green almost. Also, of course, the 2.5 encumbrance. But keep in mind, we've been using our wonderful long stone maces that also have 2.5 encumbrance. So this is none of these are going to be a downside in terms of encumbrance. The one bat that we're still missing that I can't make is the garden fork. So you can make a baseball bat with a garden fork head. Can we actually make those? Garden fork heads. Level 8 in blacksmithing. I guess one thing we could look at here is what do we want to do? What do we want to do to level up? Is there anything useful, or do we just spam belt buckles? We probably just spam belt buckles, let's be honest. Double check. We completely read the book. Yeah, 12 multiplier. Just go somewhere here where I have everything in range. How much are we getting for a buckle, and how much is that in terms of leveling up? Requires advanced forge. It's so weird reading that when you are like standing next to the forge. It's so like, I guess I need to reconfigure this next time around. I want to have a spot where I have access to all 3, but this is not as reliable as I thought it would be. Okay, now we're buckling. $120. We're gonna need 4.5. So 36 health buckles. How much? We have enough for 15. Okay, I'm gonna cook some food because we're going hungry here. And then I'm gonna rank out a couple buckles and we see where that leaves us. Food has been digested, buckles have been made. We're at 2000 XP or 4500. And we're out of steel pieces in order to make more buckles. Let me see, can we... So... We can steel bar quarters into pieces. There's a lot of... Okay, don't need that many. So what did we do? 15? Let's do 5 more. It gives us 25 steel pieces. So we then go back to the forge. Pull it up. And do 1 minute. Probably not charcoal. Why are you not buckle? Requires advanced forge. Be like that. Stop being like that. Yeah, we're out of charcoal. I'm fairly certain. Okay. The pieces here. A special place for the buckles. Really large handle. It's not going to be enough to make more charcoal. I think we should have some more wood in here. Want to build? I don't think so. Let's just get all of the wood with us here. Get into our little hidden crafting corner, and then we go unstack all of the wood. Like this. Go here, turn all of that into charcoal. Charcoal then we'll ever need. Drop it right here on the ground, so we're not here super encumbered the whole time. Continue crafting, let's get the ropes away. Oh, you know what? One thing I forgot to mention. Do you see this there? Now, go back a couple episodes when we came here with the animal trailer, where we parked it. I did not hook that up to my car. This thing has been secretly moving whenever I'm not looking. It's like that children's game where, you know, whenever the other guy's not looking, you move a little bit forward. That trailer has been doing that. Like, I parked it on the other side of the driveway, and it made it all the way over here now. And I don't know where it's going or where it's coming from, but it's freaking me out. But I guess we better buckle up. Okay, I'm gonna figure out to get the game to realize that if I'm clicking on the advanced forge to select a recipe, that I'm near the advanced forge. Yeah. 21 buckles later, we are blacksmithing level 7. And was 7 what we needed for the mace? Or was it 8? Mace set. Okay, alright. Pierced iron chunks, or steel chunks. Yeah. And steel pieces. Well, we know we can turn bars into pieces. So I guess first question is, do we have Any chunks that we can pierce. Got 7 chunks here. Let's do 4 for now. We make another. No, we don't want to saw a chunk. We want to saw a steelbar quarter. This saw my quarter into pieces. Makes that we should have enough for 4 of them. Oh, we need 5 pieces each. Okay, let's make one. First of all, I want to know how much XP we get from this. That's a long craft. 225. So hey, we can level up to level 8, actually crafting useful items. Alright, while I'm standing here at the forge, let me just craft a couple more of these. Alright, mace heads in hand. We are now here at our little weapon assembly area. Assemble mace. Now it's important, if you're in the assemble mace recipe, that over here, depending on whether or not you take a large handle or a short bed, you get a mace, or you get a long mace. We obviously want to get long maces. Look at that. All the large handles created at 100%. Beautiful. So we can take claw hammer to hammer it in. Set some knife tool. Okay, let's assemble our 4 maces. Completely silent, not even making bonk bonk bonk. Are we not getting maintenance XP for that? That has to be a bug. Maybe it's just not displaying and we're still getting the XP. Normally you always get maintenance for assembling weapons. Alright. But yeah, let's show me the money here. Long mace. 2.5, so same as the stone mace. Damage slightly higher than the stone mace, I would say. Like that's less damage than the rake had. Which would be kind of sad. Let me throw you on the ground. Would be nice if they actually had values, wouldn't it? It looks better. I'll give you. I think it's winning in the looks department. Those long maces in there. I'm gonna sort away all the other crafting gear, and then yeah, let's find something to test some weapons on. Oh, time to do a little weapon testing trip. I'm surprised that we haven't seen a single zombie yet. All the way up to this road here. Couple in the fields there. Let's get to it. Starting off with the regular baseball bat. I mean, we've had that in the past. We've definitely fought a couple fights with that already. But I thought, just ease ourselves in here. Nice attack speed. Going easy on the stamina cost. Quick double taps on most enemies. Not really one-shot territory so far. Come on. Get into the car. Splinter, I guess that's the ultimate weapon test. You're on a mission. Also, how do we have freaking weather like this again? Baseball bat, reliable, hasn't taken any durability damage yet, as far as I can tell. Alright, I think that's enough for the baseball bat. It took a little bit of condition damage. Let's put it away. Give me the... It's in my inventory, it's my backpack. Baseball bat with nails. Easiest to make of the whole bunch, right? You just take, well, what is it, 5 nails? And a hammer and a baseball bat, and then you have a nailed bat. Can zombie a one-shot? Can work with that. I'm actually not sure. Did we have any one-shots with the regular baseball bat? I'm not sure. Big disadvantage, not big advantage being that this is still a weapon with a weight of 2. So it can be going all day long. We might make it back to the... Come on, just get in the car. Might make it actually all the way to the scrapyard without being pushed back by hundreds of zombies. I mean, as much as I'm looking forward to using that maze that we forged after long hours of work, that spiked baseball bat's just peach to play with here. Let's see how it handles 2 sprinters at the same time. Doesn't handle them at all if they're not coming. Okay, this is one of these weird fields where yeah, this is a field where no vegetation will grow. Which is fantastic because you're not gonna run into new regrowing trees every 2 seconds. That might have been a little bit too quiet for those guys over there. I think we have some business. Well, I say that and run into a tree, so maybe it's not safe from. It's that sprinter though. A lot of zombies always creeping around the walls. I'm not sure if I told this little story, but there's another YouTuber who's also done or is doing an Extinction run, started in Irvington, and for him, like, this place was empty. There was like maybe 20 zombies on the whole scrapyard. On the other hand, the little town that we have north from us, right, that we cleared in an afternoon and then looted all the buildings, complete absolute mayhem. Like hundreds, if not maybe even 1,000 zombies over there. Could barely drive through it with a car. So it's kind of really interesting how the randomization of the zombie population hits different for some people. Right, I think that's let's go back to the can reinforced. Oh, no, maybe we can take out a couple more zombies before we test the next weapon. And reinforced, kind of the low-tech version of the reinforced bats. I don't have super high hopes for this one, because it kind of has the downside of having now higher weight, so more endurance cost when swinging, but doesn't really have the big damage increase that the maces have. I was going to say, I heard one of them doing the sprinter sound. Okay, can reinforce bats like, yeah. hold my tin can. I'm just gonna one-shot the first 4 zombies. You were saying what about me? So, yeah, okay. I mean, it's a can reinforced bat, not a can't reinforced bat. Talk about can. Can we disassemble this thing for metal? No. in here. I have a feeling we might be standing in a whole bunch of zombie corpses very soon. Or in a whole bunch of zombies. One leads to the other. Waiting for that gunshot meta sound event, like to our south, to give us a good run for our money. Clear these two out, and then we switch to the sheet reinforced one. To kill 1 or 2 zombies at the car. I think we might have killed more zombies than with the others, but it also kind of took definitely a hit on the durability, that one. Alright, sheet metal reinforced. My car a little bit further away from where all the zombies are. Oh, we should maybe take that opportunity to have a late breakfast and early lunch. Put the flashlight on. Yeah, what a terrible day to do this. But I'm now kind of committed. Maybe, yeah, if we start to get wet here, I'll bring out the poncho. Alright. Didn't even see which one was the sprinter. I just heard sprinter sounds, and I'm like, yeah, let me get some distance. Cooking. Definitely cooking here. I don't even want to stop. Well, also the zombies don't want to stop coming, so I guess meeting me halfway there. Yeah. Like, I'm 100% certain that it's just a regular school backpack with a pen or something and a comic book. But I just always have to check if I see a zombie with any sort of backpack. I'm like, okay, let me check if they have something useful in it. Okay, so next one would be the Ray Cat, which I think is the one I don't have on me, but it's in the car. Quick weapon change. It's kind of silly that we're doing a lot of big weapon testing here today. Just casually killing 120 zombies for testing purposes. Alright. And that is then the raked hat. Raked spikes, okay. It's nasty. So there are two other weapons that I haven't crafted that you can do with baseball bats. One is a railed spike baseball bats, and then saw blade baseball bats. Both of those turn a baseball bat into an axe, though, so it's no longer a long blunt weapon. Also, I checked on the forge last night. You cannot craft rake heads. So this is kind of a limited resource weapon. I guess you can't craft tin cans either, so... You could make an argument that you can't craft metal sheets either, so you're gonna run out of... No, you can smelt them. You can smelt metal and turn it into sheets. Also, there's a whole lot of metal sheets on the map. I don't think we're gonna be running out anytime soon. Sound came... For me, it came from behind me on the left. I was very confused there. Okay, we're getting wet and we're getting cold. And we're out of breath. So, man, get back to the car. Get poncho out and have a quick little sit down. Thing looks nasty. I don't want to move in there, so I might just yell here in a second to get them to come out. Not something anyone will regret anytime soon. The rakehead bat is a beast. The zombies banging on the doors. Also, the smelly noodle tells me that probably our filter is already gone. Clear out that wave here. Do a quick filter swap over here. filter. I thought that would last longer. Wasn't that filter when we put it on like 3/4? 3/4 good still. Oh, wet. Okay. Switch to the long maze. I know it's not gonna stay that way, but yeah, okay. Getting used to the one-shots there. Wings 3 kills. Inside the scrapyard, and it will get completely overrun. How? What is this place even? Thought, you know, we can do our mechanics here. We don't always have to drive to that other scrapyard once we have cleared this out, but by the time I've cleared this out, we have built 44. I'm not even sure I want to go in there. Like I want to go in there eventually to get into that place, but I'm also kind of thinking maybe I just want to like yell, use the whistle, maybe even honk out here and just pull them all out over time. For now though, we're kind of wet here, so what I'm gonna do is have a quick lights off. You know, read for an hour, get a little bit dry. And since I'm always a kind of curious person and a loot goblin, I want to drive to the other entrance, see how that's looking. And maybe we can actually take a peek into that house there that has been beckoning me for months. This is not looking too bad. Used to look bad. Let me actually, first of all, get rid of that empty filter. Or maybe because it was a recharged filter, it's going off faster. I'm gonna unequip this for one simple reason. If there's 100 zombies on the other side of the fence, we would get the smell mood. It's kind of my new zombie radar. Most exciting garage I've ever seen. Basement here though. Zombie friend inside. thing I want to do here. Come around the side and then look through this fence into the scrapyard. See how it looks from this side. It's almost deserted. Interesting. Yeah, maybe various sound events pulled all the zombies from the upper part of the scrapyard all the way to the eastern entrance. These are more zombies that got stuck on the wrong side of the fence. That tree was blocking my line of sight to that zombie, okay. Oh, we reached the end of the fence. Okay, alright. Let's check out the house. We know there was one guy inside. Check out the basement, and then we'll see what the time of day is. We poke our nose into the scrapyard from the other side here. Stealth bush. That's what gets your clothing. Suddenly you have a ripped jeans, a hole in your boots. Where was he? Is he in this room? Banging on that door? Yeah. I got it. There we go. Help you out of that building. You're welcome, dude. A rhino in a can. Ah, it's a big can. Not much in this little place. Construction site, basement. Wasn't I saying I wanted a floodlight? Here we have some room in the car. Yoink. I'm actually kind of shocked by, well, surprised by. We're almost at 200 kills for today, and we've been kind of messing around testing different weapons. I've not been really focused on killing as many zombies as I can, and just, you know, screwing around a little bit. Definitely, you know, the weapons being good, and then also that we have level 9 in the weapon skill now, certainly helps with the killing speed. Shall we do a little poke here? Okay. Doesn't help with the killing speed is that we're drowsy. These are all wrecked. Wreck, that's a wreck. Probably still livable, but doesn't look like a great condition. So in vanilla, sometimes you can be lucky on a scrapyard and find like a full condition, super good car, gem of a car, maybe even with fuel in it. Now I'm using a mod that changes vehicle car spawn zones a little bit, you know. So most of what the mod does is that you have like vehicles that can spawn in garages, for example. That's just outside, but I think it also changes scrapyards that everything is trash. Like no more lucky finds in a scrapyard, because who scraps a full condition top car? These upgrades on this thing here, roof rack with everything. Even got the key. Okay, there's absolutely no loot in the cars because, you know, the owner of the scrapyard probably would take everything out of the cars. I don't know. You know what's there though? A red generator. That's a guaranteed spawn here in this scrapyard. It's always going to be there on the ground. I think you can park there, mate. We're almost at the southern entrance, or eastern entrance rather. Let me see. No, that's still a bit to go. Like a little bit over halfway. Check out that red toolbox. Did the porta potties spawn as looted buildings and that's why the doors open? That's so funny. I'm just gonna take the rake. I feel like rakes have a great place in our arsenal in the future. Mostly as providers for rake hats. I'm torn between grabbing that generator and carrying it all the way back to base, or maybe come in here with the pickup. Although we don't really have room for the generator right now. This is still a lot of vehicles, and a lot of them are wrecks. But if we just want to train mechanics, this is amazing. It's broken. Trunk lock is broken. It's trash, right? It's fully trash. Don't get your hopes up. Yikes. Let me guess, there's like one green part somewhere. No, not even. And a engine with, well, 45 quality at least. I'm shocked that this is so empty. Like, remember when we were driving on the road outside there, outside that wall, and we were getting the stinky noodle in the car on the other side of the wall on the road? But all those zombies must have slowly migrated towards the east end, towards Irvington, towards our base. Which, now that I say it like that, it's like, that doesn't sound great. We're not gonna get our car in here towards the generator because, of course, you know, fully grown trees after 2 months, absolutely normal. It's what you would expect. Let me just see what the weather says for tomorrow. If today was the big rain or if it's gonna have it even worse tomorrow. Yeah, I got up very early. I woke up at 4 AM here, so that's why we're tired this early. But yeah, I think, you know, got some good upgrades. Got a blacksmithing to 7. That was one of the big goals of this run also. So we have even more weapon variety, weapon availability now. A lot of this run was around that, right? Like at the start, we're always looking for where do we get another weapon? Is it worth looting this building when we have to spend 2 weapons to get in it? And now we can screw around with whatever weapon we want. As long as it's a long blunt. It continues throughout the day. Heavy rain and a thunderstorm. Tomorrow. Okay, well, on that note, I think I will spend the lovely thunderstorm weather inside and finishing off the various books that I still need to read. Mechanics. Now, one of the problems with mechanics, right, is that we don't have the magazines to work on heavy-duty vehicles or sports vehicles. There is an automatic analog when you get to a certain level so that you get these recipes. If I remember correctly, it is level 7 for the normal vehicles, 8 for heavy duty, and level 9 for sport. Which isn't great, but it could be worse. So, how we're looking here. We have what? 28, and we had that helicopter. for the last Constown adventure, the 23rd. So, at least 5 more days, right? Yeah. 5 more days until the next heli can arrive at the earliest. Yeah, I'm gonna stay at base, do a little reading catch up, little mechanics work over at the old scrapyard, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do in the next actual episode. If we go back to Constown, because I kinda have still hopes for that not construction, the storage lots where we were. Some potential, or we could finally finish the job here at the scrapyard. Probably come in from the western entrance and then just fight east until we clear this place out. Okay, so far I've always, with these animals in the can, just left the can there. Can we not open the can? What's the point? Oh no, just put the tea. I don't get it. Can I not open the... Oh, maybe because I don't have a can opener. Eh. We'll solve that mystery. Open mystery can. A rhino plushie. Okay. And yeah, and so one final thing before we call it an episode. With that sidecar, I did promise a sheep in the sidecar. Unfortunately, sheep are too big. Maybe once we get a little lamb, once one of our pregnant sheep gives birth, maybe we can try fitting the lamb in the sidecar. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. For now, I'm gonna put a cut in here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.